Where massive bulldozers rumble like giants and excavators seem to defy the very pull of gravity, you'll find operators whose courage and precision transform earth-moving into an art form. These people aren't just good at their jobs, they're fearless. Just when you think you've seen it all, they pull off something even more astonishing. Take the Komatsu wheel loaders, for example. At first sight, they look heavy and clumsy, but these machines demand a delicate touch. Every shift of the bucket, every adjustment of tire grip, comes down to the instinct and sharp eye of the person behind the controls. Under a skilled operator's hands, this metal giant stops being just brute force and turns into a tool for sculpting the land with remarkable elegance. Each movement is thoughtful, controlled, transforming rugged terrain into something that makes sense, piece by piece. Watch an experienced bulldozer driver cutting into a stubborn patch of earth. To an outsider, it might look like brute strength, but there's a deeper rhythm at play. The soil doesn't yield easily, and the machine pushes back with heat and resistance. It's in these moments that you see the difference between someone just moving dirt and someone mastering it, the difference between wrecking the ground and reshaping it with intention. But even seasoned operators aren't immune to oversights. Imagine a bulldozer carving through a hillside, creating a new path and blocking off a river. The cut looks impressive, almost heroic, until you realize they forgot to install a drainage pipe. Without a path for the water to flow, the area is at risk of flooding. It's a rookie mistake, but one with serious consequences that serve as a reminder. In this world, even the smallest miscalculation can mean big trouble. Then there's the case of the JCB that found itself in an unexpectedly dangerous situation. Waves pushed it up onto slippery rocks, a place no heavy machine wants to be. The operator stayed calm, methodically easing the machine back to safety inch by inch. In that moment, luck had nothing to do with survival. It was steady nerves, timing, and pure control that made the difference. On a more routine day, you might see a Caterpillar 972K wheel loader at work, loading trucks with a steady, almost meditative rhythm. There's no frantic rushing, just a cycle that repeats smoothly. Clips like these reveal the flow of a well-managed worksite, machines and humans in sync, each knowing their role in the greater scheme of moving earth, stone, or timber from one place to another. On a vast field, the Cat Challenger MT-865C is hitched to a massive Gregoire-Besson plow. Together, they tear across dense soil, cutting furrows row by row. It's hypnotic to watch, the huge blades slicing into the ground with each pass, the soil turning over neatly behind them. Such scenes show how industrial farming today is equal parts brute force and meticulous precision, carried out on a scale that dwarfs anything most people ever see. Sometimes, things go hilariously wrong. Like that viral moment when a crane operator, faced with a situation he clearly didn't expect, just bolts off in a panic. It's a funny sight, but it also highlights how unpredictable these jobs can be, how fast things can spin out of control when a multi-ton machine isn't behaving as planned. Or consider two bulldozers bogged down in what looked like stable ground, only to sink deep into a swampy patch. A longtime operator watching the footage pointed out the real problem. Ripping too deep with the rear claws loosened the ground too much, turning solid earth into a hidden trap. It's a lesson about humility. No matter how flat the land seems, nature always has a surprise waiting if you don't read it right. Sometimes a stuck bulldozer needs a helping hand, like a Cat 320DL excavator trying to haul its steel cousin out of the muck. Watching it pull with brute force, you might think there could be a better way, perhaps shaping a rear ramp to lighten the load instead of a straight pull that strains both machines to their limits. It's easy to play armchair expert, but on the site, it's the operators who have to make that split-second call. Then there's the moment when a K701 tractor tries to tow out a stuck Setra. The idea is good, but poor coordination throws a wrench in the plan. The engines hesitate, there's a lag in response. It's a reminder that when two powerful machines are supposed to work together, timing is everything. And when it's off by even a second, progress stalls. Inside the cab of a Caterpillar D11R, the world looks very
cutting
different.
blades or teeth.
The
drum
operator's
is mounted
view is
on a
narrow,
frame and
framed
pulled
by the
behind a
machine's
dozer
massive
or other
hood and
suitable
thick frame.
vehicle, such as a tractor.
There's little to see on either side. The job demands focus on the blade and the ground ahead. Out there, you don't rely solely on eyesight. It's experience and the feel of the machine that guide each push, each angle, each correction. Not every machine is a monster. The Komatsu PC-01 looks almost like a toy, smaller than a motorcycle. But this tiny excavator can sneak into backyards, gardens, or narrow trenches where its larger cousins can't go. Its size is its superpower. In the right hands, it tackles jobs in places where you'd think only hand tools could reach. Crossing a raging river in a loaded tractor is not for the faint of heart. Water rushes around the wheels, the current pulls at the weight. A single slip of the tires, a misjudged angle, and the machine could flip, taking its operator with it. But with steady steering and calm instincts, the driver finds a safe path through, turning what could have been a disaster into just another day at work. Out in the icy wilderness, a convoy of Bella's trucks crawls along frozen roads toward Magadan. Snow drifts pile high, rivers freeze into glassy plains, and the view stretches for endless miles. Would you stop to admire it? These drivers push on, their focus never wavering. One mistake out here can leave you stranded in the cold for days. Sometimes, the industrial world meets tradition in unexpected ways. In Moscow, Oktoberfest at Lee Hare's Repair Center blends Bavarian customs with heavy machinery. It's a strange sight. Beer steins and excavators, bratwurst and bulldozers. But it's also a reminder that these job sites are communities too, with moments of celebration amid all the dirt and diesel. Transporting a massive dozer like the Setra T11 means more than just rolling it onto a flatbed. Hydraulic axles balance its immense weight, special trailers distribute the load just right to prevent damage during the haul. Each move is calculated, because a misstep can turn a simple drive into a logistical nightmare. Handling raw logs at a sawmill demands its own kind of precision. A hydraulic log grapple swings timber from pile to pile, feeding the hungry cutters and saws that shape it into usable planks. Everything flows in a chain, one delay backs up the entire process. When a backhoe like the Volvo BL60 is unloaded, the operator moves with practiced caution. One slip and the weight shifts dangerously, a reminder that, with these machines, routine tasks still carry real risks. Over near Moscow, Texas showcased its TLB 890, highlighting upgrades and the power of collaboration between brands. Events like these show how much thought goes into making heavy machines safer and more efficient. Draining water from a sand pit might sound simple, but watch a Volvo excavator crack open a small dam with careful precision. Too fast and the rush of water could erode the site or trap workers. Too slow and the job drags on, costing time and money. It's a delicate balance of timing, force, and foresight. In a dense forest, a Welt W130K threads its way through narrow trails, hauling long timber logs out to waiting trucks. Every twist and turn must be calculated. A wrong move risks tipping the load or damaging the forest floor. For off-road logging operations, the right equipment and a steady hand make all the difference. Then there's the amphibious version of the Volvo EC210. Built by EIK Engineering, it glides through swampy terrain where other machines would sink without a trace. Wide tracks keep it afloat, while its slower movements reduce the risk of tipping in what